What's up, everybody? PJ Braun here, president of Blackstone Labs, and I have a very, very, very special week ahead of me because we have Keone Pearson back in town, and we do not have Flex Wheeler with us. I'm going to get into that in a minute, but I have enlisted Super Saiyan Sami in here, who's also a pro in the classic bodybuilding division. And the reason that I'm bringing Sami is because there's an interesting dynamic in the fact that Keone has a year ahead of him competitively in the classic bodybuilding divisions. Sami just got his pro card at Nationals. And so they're at, although the beginning of their career, they're at very different spots. Keone is already being mentioned as a potential Olympia, at least top 5, I think, competitor. He just placed top 5 at the Arnold, 4th place. Sami has not even competed as a pro yet. He's just coming off his pro, getting his pro card. So you got one guy that's right in the mix and one guy that really, really, really wants to be in the mix bad. They're both hungry for different reasons. He is 19 days out from the stage. He is deep into his off season, training really hard, eating to grow, and because of that, he comes into this workout today really hungry and fresh and ready to just killing it. He is tired, been working hard, and grinding through it, and because of that, I think that they're going to feed off of each other and where they both need to be and want to be and have a very, very good workout for you today. So when you watched a lot of the workouts with Flex, they did a lot of volume, 6 sets of 20, which everybody in the United States, it seems, is doing now. And we love that, but for now, for where we're at, I want this to be the last really heavy, hard workouts that Keone really does to really, really just grind through the end of his prep. So we're going to go heavy this week. We're going to start with a heavy leg day, less volume. He actually just did his legs a few days ago. So this is going to be basic, hard, heavy quads, starting with squats. And we're basically going to have 4 sets that really count. And we're going to go for like 8 to 10, but we're going to be failing. So if he has a set where he's getting 8 or 9, I'm making him go heavier, and Sami's going to be there to help pick him up. And we're going to see what these guys got. I don't know. I know he's strong. I know he's strong. It's a lot different grinding something out for 20 reps versus 10 when you're failing on 10. So we're going to see today, of course, we always practice safety and not trying to let anybody get hurt, so form is very, very important. We also want to, I'm sure both of you just got what to say, Flex, we miss you and that we wish that you were here, but we're going to go hard without you. We love you. And that's it. So this is quads, Sami and Keone. We're going to get into it. I'm going to let these guys kill it, and I'm going to give you a little bit of instruction in between on why they're doing it, but this workout's going to be all about them going hard, so enjoy it. This one right here, the one that's up on the shirt. This is one of the only things that work. So guys, when you were training legs heavy, especially with squats, make sure you take lots of time to warm everything up with range of motion exercises first. So let's say that your work weight is 315. Let's say you're going to do 315 for sets of 10. These 135 sets, just think of them as not even counting. So you can do 1, 2, 3. If you have to do 4, I used to base it a lot around how my knees and hips were feeling, but take your time to warm yourself up properly because the range of motion exercises, they're going to be what are best to prepare you for the heavy workloads. A lot of people are like, all right, I'm going to squat, I'm going to do 315, they do one set, they go right to it. That's a good way to get yourself hurt. When you're young, things don't hurt as bad. Trust me, you're going to want to do these range of motion exercises to warm yourself up the right way. Look back. When you're doing your legs, one is up, right? So you're form on your squat is perfect. So don't repeat that at all. When you're doing your right presses in your hand squats, that's just going to help you more and more.
Monster Energy drink, dude. Taste, quality, for rain.
I'll have to try it. I won't try that because of how disrespectful they were, but very disrespectful. You gotta get the flavor.
I'll try it. First word set now?
Stop blowing my buzz.
Yes or no? Yeah?
Right. There you go.
So this is their first working set. And both of them actually have more than 10 reps in them, but we're stopping at 10. We're gonna progressively overload them to where their last two sets, there's gonna be 4 actual working sets. The last 2 sets, we're gonna go to failure and really pull them up. So we're building ourselves up to that point. Do or not. Good. 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 Keep pushing. 2 more. 1 more. Good. So this is set number 2. We're going for 10 reps again. I do believe that both of them probably have more than 10 reps in them with this. Maybe 11, maybe 12, but regardless, we're gonna stop at 10 here and we're gonna progress up again. The last 2 sets after this will be failure sets.
You cats got no rib with a wheel. Come on. Show me something, Sammy.
Come on, 10 reps. Good. Good.
Let's get it.
Good. Good. Halfway, come on. Good. 3 more. 2 more. 10. 1 more. Good. Very good stuff.
Ooh. Damn.
Come on. 10 reps. Come on.
Lightweight.
Come on.
Lightweight.
Good.
2.
Good. Come on. Good. 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 3 more.
Keep going.
2 more.
Keep going.
Come on. 1 more. Awesome. Very good. Very good, sir. Very good. All right, let's go.
Let's man. Come
Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on, Sammy. Come on. Let's go. Come on. 10 reps.
Let's go, baby.
Come on. Right up. Good.
Like what?
Easy. Come on. Easy. Let's go. Come on. Easy.
There you go.
Halfway. Come on.
Do, baby. Come on.
Come on. Easy.
2.
Come on. You're almost done.
Come on.
Come on.
3.
Keep going. Come on. Another one. 1 more. Come on. Good job. Very good. Wow. Very good. Very good, sir. So, progressing up. Probably could have got 11 or 12. So that means we're going to keep going up. So I want the final set, I want it to be a failure set, and I don't want you to crumble to the floor. That's not something that is smart when you're doing squats heavy. That had happened to me before years ago. I've definitely fallen down, you know, with 4 plates, 5 plates before. Thankfully, I had somebody good behind me. You don't want to do that. Of course, we've got these safeties set up in case that happens. It's not an exercise that you should be crumbling on failure on. Now, if you've got a good spotter, if they're kind of guiding you through that last rep, then you know you're pushing it deep into the squat. So this is an exercise that people call the squat the king of all exercises. People ask me all the time, can you build really good legs without squatting? And I will tell you that towards the end of my career, I didn't squat as much, but I would be lying if I said I built good legs without squatting for most of my years. And probably until I was 30 years old, I would say I started every leg workout with squats. So whereas now I'm a big hack squat guy, I like to do stuff on the leg press. I built my foundation on the squat, and I think most of you are gonna have to build your foundation doing the squats as well. And then you can get into all the advanced stuff after that. Come on, man. 10 reps. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Wait, what?
Come on. Good.
Work it.
Good. Come on.
More.
Good. Come on. Nice. Come on.
Let's go. Halfway through.
Yes. Come on.
1 more. 7.
Come on. You're almost there. Come on.
Go.
2 more. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Work hard. Come on. Drive it. Drive it.
Hell yeah. Good.
Lightweight. Woo!
All right. We gotta go. Put that quarter on that.
I've been on the 465.
Good set, Keone. Very good.
On the run, a destiny. Woo! I wait.
All right. Ready? Here we go.
Okay.
Come on, Sammy. Left side. Come on. Good.
There you go.
Come on.
I wait.
Here we go. Last set. Come on, Sammy. Come on. Good. Come on. Good. Come on. Grind them out. Good. Come on. Come on. More. More. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. More. Come on. More. You got more. Come on. Let's go. Last set. More. You got at least 2 more. Come on. Come on. Up.
More. Come on.
Good. You got 1 more. Come on. I got you. Let's go. Drive. God damn, that's a good set. Walk it in. That's going to failure right there. That's a great set. By the way, do not do that at home unless the person that's spotting you, A, is strong, and B, really knows what they're doing, because he went to true failure on that one. So if I wasn't grabbing him, he would have fell. There's safety racks here, but that is how you get yourself hurt. That was a crazy set.
5, By the way, that's the heaviest set I've ever done in my life. That many reps.
Here we go. Come on.
It's light, Keone.
Last set.
Like a baby in a
Here we go.
pinky.
Take your time. Come on. Let's go.
One.
Come on.
Grab my lower back.
Walk it. Walk it in. Go back again. All right, so on that last set, back started cramping, just flew on a plane to get here last night. So the last thing that we want to do is push through anything like that. I always tell you guys, do not push through pain. A lot of people say, no pain, no gain. That's foolish. If you feel any kind of pain like that, you stop and you move ahead because there are so many more workouts to go. It's not worth trying to go beyond anything for the sake of having a heavy squat. His back is cramping on him. So we're gonna now adjust to things that make his back feel okay and just focus on his quads. It's a quad day. All right, so we're moving on to, we're actually changing around some of this workout. So we're gonna actually finish this. We're not gonna put it in the middle now because I wanna relieve some of the stress off of the cramping in his lower back. So we're gonna go 4 sets really hard. We're gonna fail around 15. This first one's actually not gonna count. I want you to use this first set as a very strict 15 to kind of figure out where your strength is right now. So this first set is not going to count. We're just getting him ready here. Good boy. Distractions down.
Can you make this closer?
You try will help you out after this too.
Yeah, well.
Not out.
Dom's really good physical therapist.
Hey, this squeeze. That's good. Ooh, very good.
The blood flow's coming.
Oh boy.
You're hanging, bro.
All right, hold on. So this is the first set that counts now. We're going to shoot for 15. Maybe you can do a little bit more depending on how he's at. Now, one thing that I want to show you guys is very important. If you haven't watched me teach leg extensions before, when you go in here, I actually want you, I watched your last set, I actually want you to hold your knees a little closer together. Okay. And I want you to concentrate on keeping your hips actually internally rotated. So like, let's say if this is how you normally stand, guys, right? This is your normal positioning of your hip. You're gonna start from here, you're actually gonna rotate this in. So a lot of people try to just turn their toes in and out, right? When you do a leg extension, that actually does nothing for you at all. What you have to do is actually rotate your hip, either internally or externally. So if I was gonna externally rotate it, I would start from here and turn my hip out like this. Internally rotating, I'm concentrating from right here and keeping my hips pulled in, and this is gonna contract the outside a lot more intensely, which is what I want him to really, really focus on now, just to get all these zippers
So close hand.
coming out. What we're gonna do is keep your knees even in a little more. Now from up here, concentrate on rotating your hips in like that, yep. And when you come up, we're gonna squeeze from here down as hard as you can. Good. Try real hard, squeezing through here, there you go. Same thing, both legs. We're gonna keep them turned in, good. Just like that. Good.
There you go, boy.
There you go, come on.
Look at those striations.
Good. Squeeze gonna help bring all this detail out now. Good.
There you go.
Come on.
Don't stop working.
Good. Come on. Good. Come on. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. 5 more. 4. 3. Come
Work
on.
hard, baby. Come on.
2.
One more.
1 more. Hold this at the top. Squeeze. Good job. Very good. Same thing. Fantastic. Good hip.
I don't know, bro. She's on another planet. I'll tell you that. When it comes to that lightweight shit.
So again, hold your knees in a little more. Yep. And start from here. Try to rotate these in as much as you can. So you're gonna squeeze it from here. There you go. Good. Come all the way down on these though. There you go. Back up. Good. Good. 4 more. Keep holding these in. 3 more.
Come on, Sammy.
One more. Come on. One more. Good. All right, let's do it. Good. You can get these in like this. We're going to staying in this exactly motion here. Good. Good. Now there's a lot of blood in there because he's already done a lot of squats. So you can see the striations and detail. Come on, keep squeezing these. Good. Keep it going. Good. Come on.
You go, work.
Good. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Come on. You got 2 more. 1 more. Hold it hard at the top. Hold it. Yeah. Oh my. Keep these rotating in. Good.
Hard, Sammy. Squeeze the top hard. You only get 1 pro debut, bro. Let's go.
Come on.
Come on.
Good. Good. Come on. 4. Hold it all the way up there. Squeeze. Come on. Good. 1 more. Hold it hard. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck. I'm just happy we picked the hardest day of the week.
Come on. Let's go.
Just feathering everywhere.
Come on. Good. 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 Come on. Keep holding these in, squeezing hard. Good. Good.
Come on, work.
Good. Come on.
NY Pro, baby.
Come on.
NY Pro.
Come on.
Dream it.
5 more.
See
Come
it.
on.
Believe it. Come
5
on.
more. Come on.
Believe it. Come
5
on.
more.
Believe you got
2.
it.
Come on. You got 2 more.
Last one.
1 more.
One more.
Squeeze this real hard. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good job.
Big smoke.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Come on.
Believe.
Come in. Let's go. Good.
Here you go.
Good. Come on. Good.
Detail work.
Good. Come on, Sammy. Good. 5. All the way down. 4. Come on. 3. Come on. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it up hard. Hold it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Up. We got 1 more set.
Jalita.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make it just 1 heavier.
You said 1 heavy.
Yeah.
One
Fucking
spot
man's
heavier.
insane.
That's the one right there.
So what we're gonna do is, right now you guys are grinding it out to 15.
You want water?
So what I'd like this set to be is, I want them to be kind of getting a failure around like 11 or 12. And then I'll help them squeeze a little bit more out. So I just made it just a little bit heavier. They might not even notice it, but they're going deep into the sets now.
So we doing how many right here?
The last set, I'm gonna make you get 15. You'll probably be able to get 12 and go for them, no problem. And then we're gonna grind out the rest. Now here's what I'm gonna let them do on this last set. So we've been focusing on having this internal rotation, right? Because we've been focusing through here as hard as we can and keeping this all rotated in, right? So what we're gonna do now is I'm actually gonna let their knees come out just a little bit. And we're gonna come straight out like this, and we're actually gonna focus through this teardrop area a lot more. So the big difference now, like I said, people will turn their toes in or out. That does nothing. It's all what you're doing with your hips. So when they started, they concentrated on holding everything tight. Just from doing this, you should be able to feel this activation up here your hip flexor. You should be able to feel it up into your hip. Now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna relax a little bit through here. Press themselves back into, this is very important when you're doing this. You're gonna press yourself back into the pad. Do not lean forward. You're gonna press yourself back into the pad, let your knees trail out just a little bit, and we're gonna come out. This is kind of more mimicking where your feet are when you're doing your normal squat, especially both of these guys if you watch the way that they squat. So now by doing that, you're gonna focus through here a little bit more. Don't worry about all those ugly, weird veins and stuff. Some people like
Still
them,
see feathers.
some people don't. We're not worried about that today.
I get that. You know when people are doing their toes, it does nothing. It's all in the hips.
It's all about where your hips
Right.
are. Because if you think about it, you can rotate your toes from your ankle. So your feet can be in the exact same position, and you're just doing this. You've got to change your whole hip.
Hip motion.
So now you can actually just come up how you normally would, and we're gonna squeeze the fuck out of this right here.
Just focus on the teardrop.
Come on. Let's go. Come on.
1.
Good.
2.
Good. Come on.
3.
Good. Come on.
4.
Nice.
There you go. 5. Make them rain.
Squeeze that out.
6.
Good.
7. 8.
Good. Come on.
9. 10.
Keep going. Come on.
Keep going. 5 more. 5.
Come on.
Push.
Hard
4.
Good. Keep going.
3.
Keep going.
2.
Extra
Come
ones.
on.
Extra ones. Don't stop.
Don't
Go,
stop.
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
Squeeze hard at the top.
Don't stop.
Hold it. Give me 2 more.
Don't stop.
1 more. Hold it hard.
Got it, baby.
A little stronger like
Same.
that with your feet out like that too. You're going to be a little stronger when you stop focusing on coming in like that. Same thing.
Oh man. Not sign up for this. Woo. We go hard, right?
Relax a lot.
Yeah. You should use my inversion table when you get home. Get him on the inversion table actually.
3.
Come on. Good.
Sammy, come
Right
on.
here. Good.
Come on, squeeze it hard as you can. Hard as you can.
Good. Come down a little more. There you go. Good. Good. More.
There you go.
More.
Push it.
Squeeze these hard as top. Come on. Good. Keep going. Squeeze. Keep going. You're doing extra work. Come on. Squeeze hard. Hold these a little longer. Hold it hard. Keep going. One more. Hold it. Squeeze it. More. More. Keep going. Squeeze. The other one after this. Go one more. Come on. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And down.
I could try to find more. That shit was not.
Very good.
That shit was not. You ever see when your feet get cold? Hey, your quads are so cold.
And that is the ebook for PJ. Cop it on Amazon and Blackstone.
Oh, we got it. It's going for $35.95 right now.
All right, so changing the plan around a little bit. And I'm taking into consideration that his lower back was tight. I do not want to aggravate that anymore. So what we're going to do now is we're going to finish up with a very specific form of the leg press. So what we're going to do, I thought about earlier on having him do a single leg press, but that would probably aggravate his back, which I do not want. So we're actually going to do a very close stance leg press. You guys have seen me do stuff like this before. So we're going to stay lower down on the pad. And again, we're going to stay with this whole hip being internally rotated for this workout. So we're focusing really, really hard on just quads today. Now what he's going to do is he's going to keep his knees straight in. And he's going to come down to about 90 degrees. I don't want his lower back coming up. See how my lower back's starting to come up? So we're going to press this in here. So we're only going to come to about 90 degrees. We're going to push up to just before full extension. And we're going to come right down and we're going to focus on holding the knees in. Sometimes what I used to do is I would put a tennis ball or a ball in between my clients' legs and have them concentrate on holding that. I'm not going to make them do that because I'm just going to keep their knees focused in. All right? And we're going to ground this rhythm like this in getting as much blood in through here as possible. Don't want to come down too far where the lower back comes up. So it's going to be a shorter range of motion. Okay?
You're just thinking about him saying more blood.
Is that normal? Supposed to tingle up top.
Yes, that's good.
I think it's working. It's tingling.
And then you go with 4, 3.
Slow, good rhythm, no locking out, just a nice pulse. I'll guide you through when we're in there.
What rep range?
We're going to go for around 15, not more than 20, but not lower than 15. So we're keeping our feet all the way together, keeping the knees in. Don't let your lower back come off the pad. So it's a short range motion, just coming down about 90 degrees. This is all for the quad break. You're good.
Please tell me our workout's harder than you are.
She did a lot of volume.
Oh my God.
Good. Keep that knees in. Good. Good.
Push.
Good.
Wait.
Good.
Keep up.
Good.
Work hard.
Good.
Come on.
Good.
Come on, Lionel.
5, 4, 3, 2. One more.
Come on, little cat.
Very good.
Come on,
Perfect.
shake.
Very, very good.
I told you know that, right? This is probably besides nutrition, this is the best thing.
So same thing. Hold your knees in. Don't let your lower back come off there.
Go, Sammy. My legs are shaking.
Concentrate on keeping these as close together as possible.
Let's just come up.
You're good. Wait.
Let's come out.
Come on,
You gotta pull a little higher.
Okay, push it over.
Oh.
Moving closer than that. There you go. Underneath, right? Back up. Good. Right here. Good. Good. Keep your knees in tight.
There you go.
Good. Good.
Concentrate, baby.
Good. 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 5, 4,
Good.
3, 2, 1. A lot more. Good. Good. You're grinding on that. Good. Good. More. Good. Push.
Oh my god. Dude.
We're almost done.
No, I don't care about that. I just haven't had a pump like this in so long.
Right?
Dude. It's like past pump.
And then you then like we did. You got counting this, you got 3 sets here.
I want to get that fucking 465 video.
That was a 6 set. Good. Most of his stances, I want you to do this on your next ones.
Oh, so you want my knees to not touch it?
Hold them in. Like I was saying, I used to put a tennis ball between my
tight?
client's legs. Makes sense. 5, 4, 3, 2.
5 more.
There you go. Good.
you go.
These guys are grinding more.
Okay. I like it. There you go, come on.
Work.
I was telling him that time we were at Powerhouse. We did. How much training we did?
We felt like Hulk smash. Well, nobody's.
No one. We were the crowd.
All the way in. Get these legs in. Come on. Good. Hold them in. Good. Good. Pull down a tiny bit more. A little more right there. Good. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Good. 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 Come on. 15. Come on. 16. Come on. 17. Come on, give me 2 more. 18. Come on. 19. More. Good.
Lord, oh Lord.
We're almost done.
No, I like it.
Grinding them up.
I like it.
Woo! Come on. Remember, don't let the lower back come up. We're keeping this all on the quad. Good. 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 Don't come down too far. Right here. Good. Right here. Good. 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 There you go. Keep going. Come on. More. 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 Come on, you got more. Keep going. Good.
Make you work. Come on.
There you go. Come on. Good job. Fuck. There we go. Come on. Good. Good. Right here. Good. Good. Good.
Good, Sammy.
Good. Come on. Good. Nothing. Good. Good. Nothing. Come on. 7. Good. 6. 5. Good. Come on. 4. Come on. 3. Right here. Very good.
You go.
You're in.
One more.
2. Giving you guys that we were not going to do a ton of volume today. This is still a fair amount of volume, but we're making these sets count a lot. So if you watch some of the leg workouts that I do, I take them through lots and lots of sets, but we're not really going to failure on most of those sets where I'm pushing these guys close to failure. Now, there's no point at this juncture to be going beyond failure. So what we're going to do now, this last set, is to make this set really, really count. Is they could probably grind this out for 15, maybe even 20, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to do 10 reps with this weight. They're going to have perfect form on it. Should be pretty easy. I'm going to take 2 plates off. We're gonna grind out at least 10 more. And then we're gonna take 2 plates off that, and we're just gonna keep cranking it out. All right?
He said, crank them out, and then pass out.
So just 10 on this, even if you have more, don't worry, you're gonna be hitting here for a while.
Wait, what now?
Just 10. Even if you have more, don't worry. So I'm gonna pull these off. You're gonna be in here for a while, okay? So don't rack it. We're gonna pull these off.
We're not racking?
Nope. Come on. Come on.
One good. 2 good. 3 good.
There you go. 5, there you go. 6, there you go. 7, there you go. 8, there you go. 9, there you go. 10.
Hold it.
Come in.
10. Come on. Let's go.
5, 6, 7, 8 more. Last one.
Hold it. Hold it. Yeah, take some more off. Should feel like nothing.
Bust them out. At least 20.
Let's go.
Go to failure.
Come on. Let's go.
Breathe, breathe.
It's easy now.
1, 2, slow down. 3, 4,
There you go.
5,
Come on. Keep going.
6,
Keep
push,
going.
push, 7, push, push, 8, push, push, 9, 10, don't touch him, don't touch him, let him go.
10 more like that. Come on.
10, 10, 9,
Don't rest.
8,
Don't rest.
7, 6,
Don't rest.
5,
Don't rest.
4,
Don't rest.
3, 2, last one, go. Clap, clap. Jungle beat.
Good set.
Oh my God, we're
Now
not.
it's a very good time for you to get into the crowd there.
Had the right song on too. Ooh.
Pull a lot of information out when we go over there. Remember, when we did, I need you on that side of the strip and you shoot me on top. Let's go. Come on. Good. 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 Good.
Let's go, Sam.
Good. Good.
There you go.
Good. 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 One more. Pull 2 off here.
Come on! Go, Sammy.
Let's go. Good. Hold them in. Good. 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 Come on. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Give me 4 more with this weight. 3.
There you go.
2 more. 1 more.
How many? 1, 2 more.
Come on, you should go believe this all day.
Let's go, Sammy. Here we go. Once.
Nothing new. Come on. Good. 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 Keep going.
Nice.
Keep going. More.
You work.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. The last one. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going. Don't stop. Give me 10 more. Come on. 10 more. Come on. Go. Come on. Keep going.
Oh my God.
Come on. Go more.
Told you, baby. You only get 1 pro debut.
Did all that in about an hour. Slightly over, but about an hour and 15. For 2 guys, if there was just one, it would have been inside of an hour. They're moving at a really good pace. This is how you should do it. So, what I'm going to do now is take him over to cryotherapy. Very good time to do this. Pull some of the information out. And we worked around the fact that his back cramps from flying on a plane last night. But that was a damn good leg workout. There's a lot of blood in his legs. And that said, you guys want to say anything before we wrap this up?
Man, that was an awesome workout. Like, wait, 3 weeks out, New York Pro. Time to get it, baby. Chasing that old qualification. Let's go.
Sammy, anything?
Honestly, I got nothing to say because I knew coming into this workout I was going to die. I've trained with him before. By far, I still pull on this. He's one of the best trainers and nutritionists out there. So
Thank you.
I got nothing to say.
What I'm going to try to do is, I would like to get Kiara, his girlfriend's workout that it's not posted yet, hopefully today. So by the time that this workout comes out, which will probably only be within 2, 3, 4 days, because I like to get Keone's stuff out super fast when he's competing, you can see who worked harder between him and Kiara. They both worked really, really hard. They're both machines. So Flex, we miss you, we love you, we went hard without you. Hopefully we'll be seeing you very soon. And everybody else that was watching at home, thank you as always. These guys, peace out.